Why don't we go next to Terry from Fresno? Terry, you are on the air.
Hey, David, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you.
So I wanted to ask about the idea of optics in intra-political issues because it seems like optics don't really matter across like party lines, but insofar as like Democrat on Democrat, like what's the purpose of arguing optics in something when that's clearly not what's happening?
I don't know what you mean. So give me an example of an argument Democrats have with each other about optics. What's an example?
Like the optics of AOC going to the Met Gala wearing a dress that says "tax the rich."
Okay.
Like there have been arguments about like, oh, it's not a good look for somebody who is fighting for uh, income inequality, who is going to like the Met Gala where a bunch of rich people are. You know what
Oh,
I
I
mean?
see.
Like
And then
things like
there
that.
was the counterpoint, which was like, no, it's great that she was there because she was she was something different instead of just celebrities and whatever. And that's exactly where like that debate you're talking about.
Yeah, things of that nature. Because like ultimately, I think it obscures like actual issues
I
or
tend
like
to agree with
maybe
you. I tend to agree with you. So for me, that debate was not interesting. For me, the optics debate that's more interesting is actually one that's between Republicans and Democrats. And I'll give you an example and tell me if you think this is more relevant and interesting. We've talked about hypocrisy in politics before, and we've talked about how take foreign policy. First, Republicans said it's patriotic to go to war when it was the Iraq War. And then with Obama, Obama was unpatriotic because he wasn't willing to start wars and he was going to leave the country open to attacks. But then when it was Donald Trump, the patriotic thing again was he won't get us into wars, but Hillary will. And then now with Joe Biden, it's why is Joe Biden giving Russia warnings? So they're totally hypocritical, right? The problem is the right doesn't care about their own hypocrisy, whether while the left does seem to care about hypocrisy. That's really interesting to me because it raises questions of should the left also stop caring about hypocrisy and double standards? Or how do you take advantage of the hypocrisy of the right if their voters don't care about the hypocrisy? For me, that's like an optics debate that's much more relevant and substantive.
yeah, I can understand that. Although I would say from my perspective, um, you can't win a basketball game if your opponents have guns and are shooting people. You know
Sure.
what I mean? Like you have to play the same game that everybody else is playing. So like to me, the optics conversation insofar as like they don't care about hypocrisy, but we do, that conversation it just stops because like if you're not willing to play the same game, then you're already losing. You know what I mean?
I agree. And this gets to a lot of our discussions about without committing crimes or doing straight up immoral things, Democrats have to recognize that we have to use the system we have to try to win, or otherwise the system will just get worse.
Yeah, and I to some degree I don't think I I'm not wholly against, and granted I'm very much so on the political extreme. Like I am for a long time I was like one of those people who was all about the spirit of the game, right? Like you play basketball, right?
Yeah,
So when you go play basketball, you respect the foul. If somebody calls a foul, you're playing a pickup game, you just respect the call. You
sure.
don't argue it, you don't do all that. But like if you're playing against people who argue calls and will just shave points off and do all sorts of stuff, then what's the point in playing the game if you're not going to do the same thing?
Right.
And
I
that's
guess the
kind of
question is yes, yes, exactly. Unless the problem becomes when things are more life or death than basketball, and you end up with really bad options of having to degrade yourself, maybe, or just let them be the only players, which is also terrible. It's you got some tough decisions to make.
you absolutely degrade yourself in every instance. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
If the choice is like letting a bunch of your constituents maybe lose the right to have abortions and like maybe playing a little bit unfair or doing the same things that Republicans do, then I feel like the option every time is do what's best for your constituents.
Right. 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 All right. Very important issues. I appreciate you bringing them to me today.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a very quick break. We are going to keep taking calls right after this short break. So if you are holding, don't hang up. we're going right back to the phones.